Deep in the countryside, amidst green hills and golden fields, lived a farmer named John. Every day, before the sun rose above the horizon, John would wake up to the crowing of roosters and the fresh morning air. With a yawn and a stretch, he prepared for another day of hard work on his farm. John began his daily routine by feeding his animals. From the cows grazing in the pasture to the pigs playing in the mud, each received their portion of fresh food and clean water. John cared for them tenderly, knowing that their well-being was essential for the farm's success. After tending to the animals, John headed to the orchard. With his skilled hands, he tended to the plants, pulling out weeds and harvesting ripe fruits and vegetables. The fertile land rewarded him with an abundant harvest that would be the foundation of his and his family's meals. As the sun ascended in the sky, John continued with his chores. He repaired fences, fixed machinery, and performed any necessary tasks to keep the farm running smoothly. His work was tough, but he did it with passion and dedication. At the end of the day, when the sun set on the horizon, John returned home tired but satisfied. He sat down at the table with his family, sharing a meal prepared with the fresh products from his farm. And as they enjoyed dinner together, John knew that the next day he would rise with the sun to continue cultivating the land he loved so much. The days on John's farm followed a constant rhythm, marked by the seasons and the needs of the countryside. In spring, he devoted himself to planting new crops and caring for newborn animals. The fresh air was full of promises of life and growth, and John worked with renewed energy. With the arrival of summer, the farm came to life in all its splendor. The fields were filled with bright colors, and the bustle of nature filled the air. John spent long hours under the sun, harvesting the fruits of his labor and preparing the land for the next season. Autumn brought the harvest, a time of great activity on the farm. John and his family worked tirelessly, gathering the crops and storing them for the winter. The fresh air was filled with the aroma of ripe fruits and the crunch of dry leaves under their feet. And finally, winter arrived, a time for rest and reflection. With the cold outside, John sought refuge by the fire in his home, planning new strategies and preparing for the cycle to begin again in the next spring. Although the days were shorter and the nights longer, John found peace and satisfaction in the silence of the winter season. Throughout the years, John's farm grew and flourished, becoming a prosperous and lively place. With each passing season, John learned something new about the land and the animals he cared for with such love. And although the work was hard and sometimes challenging, He wouldn't change his life for anything in the world. But the true wealth of John's farm didn't lie in the abundant harvests or well-cared-for animals, but in the love and unity of his family. Every day, they shared laughter and tears, joys and worries, building memories that would last forever in their hearts. As time passed, John realized that his true calling wasn't just to be a farmer, but also a guardian of the land and an example for future generations. He dreamed of leaving a legacy of care and respect for the environment so that his children and grandchildren could inherit a better world. And so, as the sun set once again over John's farm, he looked towards the horizon with hope and determination. He knew that each new day would bring new challenges and opportunities, but also the promise of a brighter and more possibilities-filled tomorrow. In the years to come, John's farm would continue to be a haven of life and prosperity, a place where hard work and dedication were rewarded with the beauty and abundance of nature. And although the world changed around him, John would remain a beacon of hope and inspiration for all who had the privilege of knowing him. And so concludes the story of Farmer John, whose life was dedicated to caring for the land and loving his family. Through his sacrifices and determination, he left a legacy that would endure far beyond his time in this world, reminding us all of the importance of living in harmony with nature and valuing the things that truly matter in life.